Hi, I'm Anthony Hudson, and we're going backstage at the Annex at Pica for a first look at my brand new show, Clown Down 2, Clown Out of Water. Come on. In 2019, I premiered Clown Down Failed to Mount, in which Portland's premier drag clown, Carla Rossi, is crushed by a 10-foot-tall cabinet and still has to perform. Along the way, Carla's visited by multiple puppets who all die horrible deaths before she's ultimately saved by Liza Minnelli. While the first Clown Down was a farce of a puppet show, at its core it was about anxiety and depression. But Clown Down 2, Clown Out of Water, is different. This time it's all about climate change and the end of the world. Let's meet the team, shall we? And let's meet some of the incredible artists here behind Clown Down 2, Clown Out of Water.
Hi, I'm Jillian Snow Harris, and I'll be playing Liza Minnelli.
Hi, I'm David Eckert, and I'm designing and building an impossible set.
Hi, I'm Matthew Levitt, and I'll have my hand up a seagull with IBS. It's a puppet.
And we're filming from the traditional, ancestral homeland of the...
As writer, producer, performer, AV designer, and voice actor, I can only do so much. In Clown Down Failed to Mount, an all-queer crew of artists brought the weird world of the Carlaverse to glorious, cabinet-crushed life. For Clown Down 2, Clown Out of Water, our incredible team will trap Carla on a rock in the middle of the ocean while the sea level rises due to melting ice caps. Let's get to know these wonderful artists even better. David! I see you're hard at work. Now, on Clown Down Failed to Mount, you designed and built the infamous cabinet and crushed Carla with it yourself night after night after night.
Yes, night after night. It was something I've been imagining, well, actually since I've met you. Oh, and for this show.
Clown Down 2, Clown Out of Water.
And for this show, I'm designing a big rock that Carla can sit on, and also hide our puppeteer, and then a huge kinetic sculpture of waves that will move and then slowly rise during the duration of the show.
Wow, and how are you going to do that?
You tell me.
David, it's been a pleasure as always. I'll see you around.
Yes, you will.
Hi, hi, hi.
Oh, hi, darling.
You don't have to be in character.
Okay.
Now, Jillian, your cameo in Clown Down Failed to Mount was a hit with our sold-out audience and with the Portland Mercury's review. So, you are now reprising your role as Liza Minnelli in Clown Down 2, Clown Out of Water.
Yes, I am.
Now, even though you're so good at it, do you find it's a challenge at all to really get Liza just right?
Oh, absolutely, hands down, every time. It's kind of like riding a bike, and then learning how to ride a bike, every time. Even though I've been doing it for over a decade with Liberace and Liza, a tribute, LiberaceandLiza.com.
Thank you, Jillian. You are a seasoned professional.
Yes, I am. Do you want me to sing for time?
Hello, Matthew.
Hi, Anthony.
I see you're busy preparing for your puppeteer role in Clown Down 2, Clown Out of Water.
That's correct. This is Zanzibar, the possum cult leader from Clown Down Failed to Mount.
I was gonna say, that doesn't look like a seagull to me.
That's because you haven't made them yet.
And how are you preparing for your role?
Oh, I'm not. This is just a simulacrum of practice. See, you don't let me do any of the voices. You insist on doing all the voices yourself. So a week before the show, you'll email me the audio, and I'll have to learn to lip sync it all with my hand from inside a Zentai suit. Isn't that right, Zanzibar?
You know, after a pandemic, and because it's over now, you have to think to yourself, you know, what good is sitting alone in your room?
Thank you, Jillian, but that's really not necessary. And thank you, Matt.
Matthew.
Okay, so here's the thing. Is the plot of this show essentially that of The Shallow starring Blake Lively? Absolutely. But for legal reasons, I should probably say arguably. But beneath that, this show is about everything we're living through. Except it's funny. Because I only know how to deal with things by making them funny. The only problem is, right now, today, with smoke in the air and coming off of another heat wave that made us reschedule this very shoot, I don't know how to just make things funny like I used to. Like, I can, but it's no longer my default. My default now is sitting at my house feeling hopeless and angry. And it's not that I'm not excited for Clown Down 2. I am. This is actually one of the only things I'm still excited for. But it's getting harder and harder for me to feel things like that. I think the problem is I haven't been able to make work the way I like to make it for over a year and a half. Part of me doesn't even know how to work anymore, and another part doesn't even want to work anymore because I've seen how badly broken this system is. And I can't stop wondering what the point is. The earth is on fire. That's what all this smoke is from. And as I write this, because yes, what I'm saying is a script. As I write this, I am sitting in my house in 100+ degree heat, and I'm keeping my cats in my basement. A few weeks ago, when it hit 116 degrees here for the first time ever, I had to put them downstairs so that they wouldn't die. And on top of all of this, there's the trauma of Trump, last year's smoke and wildfires, billionaires in space, the fucking moon wobble, and now not to even mention this pandemic that we are still living through. In Oregon, the pandemic is the worst it's ever been, but nothing is shut down, except maybe your chance of getting into a hospital bed because they're all full. And yet, despite all of this, we're all so desperate for a shred of normalcy that we're back to performing, back to eating in, back to school, even as the Delta variant threatens the lives and well-being of children with illness and long-term effects that we are still learning about. I know we want this to be over, but it's not. The only thing that's over is how it used to be. And now I have to figure out how I'm going to do this show and all the rest of my work and continue to play a part in a society that I no longer see myself in, all while the ticking of the clock just gets louder and louder and louder.